Okay. So guys, in the last session, I covered majorly on the types of connections, right? So majorly I focused on the live connectivity. So how we connect in live with SAP Analytics Cloud System. Okay. How we connect in live with your SAP's warehousing and modeling applications, right? Um, in today's session, I'll quickly cover the acquire connection, the import connection, and the SAC framework. So how different project implementations work in and then I'll quickly cover the SAC components, right? And a quick question, I think guys, you tried subscribing to SAC. You all tried.
Yes, Satya.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Just let me know, guys, if there is any issues. Let us know. Otherwise, you're all fine. Okay. Make sure you're ready with your users because once I start working on the system, I'll share my folders also with you. Okay. All right. So yes. So we spoken in detail about the live connection, right? The advantages of having a live connectivity. Um, so like live connection is virtual. I don't physically store the data in SAC. So whenever a user come and execute a story, it will actually take or read the data from the backend systems. Then the systems with which we can SAC offers live connectivities like SAP BW, HANA, VPC, S4 HANA, DataSphere, and Business Objects Universe. Okay. So when it comes to acquire, uh, when it comes to acquire connection, so it's acquire connection. Also, we call it as import connection. Import connection happens from any system in the universe. Okay, you can actually import the data from any system. It can be SAP or it can be non-SAP systems also. So import connection happens from real systems like SAP ERP in the sense like your ECC, CRM, and SRM system. You can connect with the business application straight away and extract the data directly from business application. So we can extract the data directly from the business applications. Stays the data in SAP Analytics Cloud. In case of an import connection, we extract the data, stays the data within SAC. I clearly mentioned it, SAP Analytics Cloud has a repository with HANA Cloud acting as its database. So you get all the database services from HANA Cloud here.
Satya, when you say SAP ERP, right? ECC CRM. So are we taking data from tables or from extractors?
Sorry, man, sorry, there was some audio glitch. Are you saying something? Can you repeat your question, please?
So when you say SAP ERP for
Mm-hmm.
acquire connection, right?
Mm-hmm.
So are we taking data from SAP data sources? I mean extractors, right? Or is it from tables?
Is it from table straight? We don't have any
Okay, it
extractor
doesn't.
based connection. It's all table driven.
Oh, it doesn't support extractors.
Extractors are only for
Uh,
BW, right?
okay, no, I'm asking whether it will support extractor kind of support. I mean, whether we can extract from zero delivered extractors or Z extractors. So it is
No,
from
no.
table. I
It's from a
understand. Yeah.
table. It's a table to table replication.
Okay.
So yeah, it connects with real applications. Like you can also connect with SAP Ariba to get all your vendor supply chain data. You can connect with SuccessFactors to get HRMS. Okay. You can connect with Fieldglass to get your vendor information. The IBP, even SAP Analytics Cloud also offers connectivity with IBP where you can extract all your demand plans, the stuff. Because IBP is more of planning. Then we can connect with Concur, get your expenses data, C4C, and get your CRM data. Like that, you can extract from different API. Even we can extract from non-SAP applications like Amazon 3. Like Amazon is the only organization having their own in-house ERP. Okay, that is almost any company you take, they might be using SAPs or Oracle ERP, but Amazon is the only organization having their own in-house ERP. So then we can connect with Microsoft Dynamics CRM, CRM, SQL database. Because SQL databases is one connectivity using which we can connect wide range of application. So you can connect with any database in the universe and extract directly data from a database. Here you see, if I go to the import connection, I go onto the connections. Here you see, create a new connection. This is live. These are the systems with live. In Equi, right? You see a lot of applications in Acquire also, guys. So these are the systems with which we can make an Acquire connection. Like you got BPC, here you see. Here you see an option, you see all SAP systems. Okay, like Concur, Field Glass, ERP, C4C, Cloud for Customer, BW. Okay, HANA, IBP, S4, Success Factors. So even you see some non-SAP systems like Google BigQueries. You can also pull the data from Google BigQueries. Okay, Google Drives, OData services. Okay, Salesforce. And here you see an option called SQL databases. So SQL databases is like one connectivity, one node. You can connect with a lot of applications. With database, data
Satya,
extract the data.
your voice is breaking, Satya. It's not clear.
Same for everyone.
Hello.
Yeah, am I breaking
Yes, Sacha, your voice is breaking.
for everyone?
Yes, for me at least, I don't know.
Yes, Satya.
Just give me a moment. Okay. Guys, is it better now? Still the same.
Yes, it's better.
Yeah, it's better now.
Okay. So SQL databases is a kind of an one database connection, like ODBC connection, what do you say? Uh, so not ODBC, JDBC kind of thing. So where uh, you can actually connect with wide range of databases like Oracle databases, DB2. You can connect with any database and extract the data from the underlying database. So I can say like, for suppose here you see guys, none of the Oracle systems were listed. Not to worry, you can actually connect with them as well, with those systems as well using this SQL databases connection. But this is one connectivity guys, which will actually make this import connection a universal connection, means you can connect with any system in the universe. Okay. So these are like some applications with which we can make a connectivity. So SAP Analytics Cloud can make an import connection with SAP and non-SAP applications as well. Okay, wide range of applications. So to be honest, it can extract data from any source in the universe. Okay. So extract the data into SAP Analytics Cloud, stage the data within SAP Analytics Cloud, and do both data modeling and reporting within SAP Analytics Cloud. So we get all the raw data, raw information from the underlying systems and tables, get the data into SAC and do all the data modeling within SAC and use the data models to create the dashboards, reports. So, and for the storage, we use SAP HANA Cloud as a database. And here we got an inbuilt ETL in SAC, guys. You no need to configure any ETL, external ETL to load the data into Analytics Cloud. So SAC is a system having an inbuilt ETL in form of CPI SDI and CPI DS. So they are inbuilt configured within SAC. Okay, so that you can straight away run the import jobs. So CPI stands for Cloud Platform Integration. Okay, so in both cases, CPI stands for Cloud Platform Integration. That means if you have any ETL on cloud, so we call it as CPI ETL. Then you have SDI, Smart Data Integration, and DS data services like SAP products, SAP tools to extract the information. And these are inbuilt in SAC. Right. So now, if I speak about so how different implementation scenarios change with SAP Analytics Cloud. So you understand this. So generally, if you see the existing frameworks, uh, like you see from different business applications, we import the data into a data lake system. Okay, that can be a BW or HANA systems where we actually build all the models, so which can be connected either via OLAP or import connections to business objects or Power BI. So with Power BI, we generally again import the data into from the data warehouse again into Power BI or something like that. Even ClickSense also. Okay, so and use it for all the reporting needs. Okay, same. You you have an S4 HANA system, so which is a business box, and at the same time, S4 HANA also has a concept of embedded modeling. Guys, during the connections, I'll speak about S4 HANA embedded modeling, where you can build the data models directly in S4 HANA using CDS views. Means S4 HANA is a box. In one way, it is used as a business application. In another way, it is used as a data warehouse as well. Okay, so with which we connect through OLAP or import connections through business objects and Power BI. Okay, guys, business objects majorly offers OLAP connections or OLAP-based connections where you connect with the data models. But even that OLAP connections are very slow, guys, when compared to live. OLAP connections are a bit slow, first thing to be noted. And second, business object systems are business objects is on MS SQL Server. Okay, so there is a processing of data again happens in the MS SQL servers in case of OLAP connections or in case of direct connections from business objects. Okay, so there is a reprocessing of data happens in the MS SQL servers because uh, uh, and that's the reason these reports take a lot of time to actually read the data from the backend systems. So now these all will be replaced with live connections. So these all app import connections will be now replaced with live straight away. Okay, which will be very quick in reading the information. So now you see same systems where you got the import the data into the warehouse like BW HANA or DataSphere, and these models will be consumed in live into SAC for the reporting. So you see these kind of connections very frequently in your real-time projects. Okay, even with S4 HANA also we connect in live. So we have if you have we have the data models directly available like CDS views. We connect in live directly from S4 HANA to SAC for the reporting. So you see this path very frequently in your BI implementations, in your business intelligence implementations. Okay. So also guys, from now from SAP cloud applications, like for suppose I along with your ERP system like ECC or S4 HANA, where you have your major business runs, right? Like your finance, sales and inventory, production, everything runs in your ERP box like S4HANA. But there are some supporting business applications also, like success factors for HR operations, Ariba for supply chain, means like for vendor related thing. Okay, sourcing for sourcing operations. We got field glass for vendor operations. Uh, so we got some other cloud applications like C4C for customer operations. So, and you want to extract data from these systems, other cloud applications. So guys, one point is now pulling data from cloud applications into an on-premise warehouse is a big, it's a, you're going in a reverse direction. If you're extracting data from cloud to on-premise, so guys, always the data flows from on-prem to cloud. You really don't see a case where data flows from cloud to on-prem. So in those cases, like as the data, business data is getting residing, business data resides in cloud applications. In this case, instead of loading data into an on-premise warehouse, we directly import the data from these SAP cloud applications into SAP Analytics Cloud straight away. Means we connect SuccessFactors, Ariba, or Fieldglass, or Concur to SAP Analytics Cloud directly. Okay, so these supporting cloud applications will be connected to SAC directly, where we import the data directly from cloud to cloud and build both data modeling and reporting in Analytics Cloud. Okay, and the model built in business intelligence is what we call it as analytic model. If we're building the data models for planning, we call them as planning models. So you do both analytic model and reporting. So majorly guys, you see import connections coming from SuccessFactors, Ariba, Concur, Fieldglass. These are the systems where you see major import connections happen. Okay, from SAP Government. That is also you see it very frequently. In this case, you stage the data in SAC and do both data modeling also in SAC. So these are like some data flows you see in real different project implementation. So majorly in BI systems, guys, especially when you're dealing with the BI. So we majorly see a live connection with your warehouse, and with some SAP cloud applications, we see an import connection also getting created. You see both live and import, both are equal important for us, right? When it comes to planning, okay. So guys, if you see the existing planning architectures, like generally you have all your actuals data present in your SAP applications or some non-SAP applications, from which we import the data. I'm speaking from EPM standpoint only, okay. We get the data into BPC, where you build all your planning models, like your financial planning models and your resource planning models and everything. Then these and in the planning, I clearly mentioned, right? So we have two teams involved. One, a technical team like BPC team or something, and second, planner. Okay, planner will actually come and actually play with the data. So planner only does all the data distributions. So all the data will be changed or managed by the planning team. So where actually they manage the data, they actually manage the data in a reporting solution called AO, Analysis for Office. Analysis for Office is an Excel add-in kind of reporting from SAP. Uh, the way you can actually, planner can come do all his self-servicing in Analysis for Office. And one beauty with BPC and Analysis for Office is a planner can write the data. So generally, so guys, if I speak, the major difference between business intelligence and planning is uh, the major difference between BI and planning is, in business intelligence we deal with proper business information, proper business data, which cannot be edited. It's a proper your finance or your sales data, your transaction data, which should not be edited. It's a real business data and it should not be edited at any given cost. You read the data. If you want to try running some calculations on the data, that's it. But whereas planning deals with all future informations, right? It's all about the forecast budgets, which is not a real business information. And this information is editable. Okay. So suppose in BI, the sales revenue for last month is 100 million. That's it, 100 million. You cannot make it as 200 million. But whereas in the plan, the forecast is 120 million. But the planner thinks there is some inflation and a company is not doing good, so they don't think 120 million is not achievable, they can tweak down the value at any given point of time. They can make 120 million as 100 million at any point of time. Okay, so in planning, the data is always editable because it deals with futures. Okay, so planner will actually do all the data edits or data manage, what we say, data distribution is what we call. So in general, the planner actually do all the data distribution at the reporting layer. And once you click on submit, that data is written back to the data model. So here there is an option of write back from reporting to the data modeling. Okay, so in planning, we always have a write back option to the data models. So this all happens in analysis for office when whatever the planner writes, so that will be written back to your BPC modeling. So this is how your existing planning frameworks work. But when it comes to SAP Analytics Cloud, okay, well now you got you coming with SAC. So SAP Analytics Cloud is a centralized system which is replacing both BPC and AVO. Both are getting replaced with one product, that is SAC. Okay, so it is replacing BPC for all your planning modeling space, and also it is replacing. So it also has a write back option. Means we actually build the planning model in SAC and also build a planning report story in SAC itself. The planner can come, do the data distribution in planning story in SAC, and if you click on submit, that data will be written back to the model. Now the write back also happens within the same system. So both happens in one place now. The entire planning happens at one product, that is SAC now. Okay, so what happens from your systems like S4HANA or ECC or from different applications, we import the data. You get all the actual data into SAP Analytics Cloud. Okay, so with S4HANA guys, we actually import the data from SAP Analytics Cloud. I'm going a bit technical also. So we have a table where you have all actual data, right? That is AC doc A. Okay, from AC doc A, we actually import the data into SAC, get all the actual data, build a planning model, and do all the forecasting, forecast your values, budget your values and everything using planning, modeling, and reporting. And once your plan is ready, the full plan is ready, you'll write the data back again into S4HANA system for consolidation purpose. Okay, so in majorly in planning projects or planning implementations, guys, you see majorly an import connection, because we need to get the actuals into SAC and stage the date actuals in SAC to do all the forecasting and budgeting, right? We need all the historical information. And then also to cross compare between actual versus forecast, actual versus budget also, you need all your actual data. Okay, and that actual data always gets created in your business application. So we always see an import connection in the planning projects majorly, right? So I meant to say guys, in business intelligence, you see more and more of a live connections, but whereas in planning, you see complete import. Okay, and again, you also see an export also in planning, means you import the data into SAC, do all the planning, and once your plan is ready, you export the data from planning to again into S4HANA for all consolidation purpose. Okay, so I'll clearly show how import and export works in SAP Analytics Cloud. We also export, right? So this is how your project frameworks look in SAC planning. Okay, so then when it comes to predictive analytics, guys, in predictive analytics, we extract the information into AI servers, into your Python servers, so where your data science team will actually build some ML algorithms. So what do your data science team do, guys? Data science team comes, build their own algorithms, machine learning algorithms. Okay. Um, so where we import the data from different business applications into this AI server. So put these algorithms at work, means we apply the algorithms on the data. Okay. So these algorithms will actually work on the data. They get trained themselves on the data and comes up with a predictive model or predictive outcomes on the data. And these predictive outcomes will be again imported to your reporting solutions like Tableau or Click. Why? See guys, you remember when you're learning any data science or something, you're also asked to learn a reporting solution, because now you have a predictive outcome. So how you showcase that predictive outcome to the end users? We need to showcase in form of reporting or dashboarding only, right? So So this predictive outcomes or the predictive data will be again loaded into the reporting tool where it will be we design beautiful reports to showcase it to the end users. Okay, so now SAP, and when it comes to SAP Analytics Cloud, SAP Analytics Cloud is a system having inbuilt AI server. So it is an inbuilt AI server with a lot of inbuilt machine learning algorithms. Here you got an inbuilt ML. Okay, you don't need to go and build any new algorithms. We got very strong machine learning algorithms, guys. Okay, imagine these algorithms are developed by an SAP's in-house data science team. Okay, they pay very huge salaries for those data scientists. Okay, so you got a lot of inbuilt machine learning algorithms present within SAP Analytics Cloud, where you can connect data either via import or live. Majorly we do import only. Import the data into Analytics Cloud, get the data. Okay, build a data set. Okay, yesterday when I'm going through the system, right, what we do, I shown you, right? Here you see an option of data set. We extract the data, stage the data in a data set, okay, and feed this data set data to your predictor scenario. To your predictor scenario means where your algorithms are on work. So they work on your data, okay, and comes up with a predictive outcome. They get trained on the data, they get applied on the data, and they will come up with a predictive outcome. And once your predictive outcome, you have the predictive outcome. So you need to showcase it to the business users. So how do you showcase it? So through reporting. SAC itself is a reporting solution, right? So once predictive model is ready, you have the predictive outcome in a data set. Okay, means it will predict the values. Those predicted values are again downloaded or downloaded into a data set, and we use this data set as a source to build your story to showcase it to the end users. Okay, simple. Uh, this predictive data is also shown in form of beautiful dashboards.
So data set is nothing but like a storage of data where like business warehouse or
Mm.
something else as well.
Yes, it's more of like a storage of data. Okay, ad hoc data load. Okay, so you do all your predictive modeling and reporting within SAP Analytics Cloud here. So this is how your predictive system frameworks also change with SAP Analytics Cloud. Now you really don't need an AI server. You really don't need a big data science team to do all your predictive analytics. Okay, you can simply subscribe to this product and start doing predictive analytics on this product. So guys, one point I mean to say is like, see, AI and ML are the future. Everyone agrees to this fact. I'll be covering some sessions on machine learning also, not to worry. I'll give a quick introductions to ML as well. When I'm doing augmented analytics and predictive analytics, I'll quickly cover the machine learning concepts also. Just a moment, please. All right. So, see, I clearly say, guys, AI and ML are the future. You will be having a lot of things happening on artificial intelligence, but especially in data analytics space. Okay, I'm not speaking about artificial intelligence from other things, like not I'm not speaking about generative AI, or I'm really not speaking about the big tech products coming from artificial intelligence. I'm speaking about the artificial intelligence in data analytics, right? Like predictive analytics or planning. Okay. So what happened was, so right now, earlier days, to do any to create any predictive outcomes or something, so the organizations used to hire a data scientist, a normal organization, I'm seeing, right? Okay, a normal organizations used to hire some data scientists and used to do all predictive. But with these new age products coming, right, like SAC, which offers heavy predictive analytics, right? So what's organizations like a normal organization? For suppose your company is a normal, imagine it's a normal manufacturing company. Instead of hiring a data scientist and all these things and maintain a big team, they can simply purchase this product, which is used for all the cases, right? Like BI, planning, and predictive. Okay, so where you have an inbuilt ML coming up straight away. So what I can say is, guys, especially in the analytics space, I see most of the organizations going for purchasing the product instead of building a inbuilt data science team. I'm speaking about the normal organization. I'm not speaking about heavy tech product companies like Google, SAP, Microsoft. They need to have a big data science teams. They need to have AI teams because they will be developing a lot of new products on artificial intelligence. I'm speaking about regular organizations like your manufacturing companies, your oil and gas, okay, your telecoms. So normal companies which really don't uh, build any tech products, right? So they really not looking to build a big data science team. So they are actually purchasing these products, the tech products which with inbuilt AI and ML, and using them for all their data analytics. Okay, so one case is SAP Analytics Cloud. Clear? So guys, as I very clearly mentioned, I stated this also, how your future data engineering and data analytics space will change with this. So you see, your entire ETL will be now replaced with data intelligence, a cloud-based ETL, Python-based data pipelines, okay, which is very, it's like this is one ETL to look for the future, guys, and data sphere for all your cloud-based warehousing and data lake management, and we have SAC for all your reporting and analytics. Future of SAP's data uh, looks like this. And when it comes to planning, you have two products for the planning. So one is SAP Analytics Cloud for all your planning, EPM based planning, like your financial planning, or means account based planning, financial planning, resource planning, sales planning. So this all happens in SAC. For kind of your non-account based planning, like inventory optimizations, demand planning, supplier planning, means vendor planning, etc. Supply chain planning, majorly supply chain planning happens in IBP. So these are like the two products which will actually replace all your existing products like APO, BWIP, and BPC. These all products will be replaced with IBP. Okay, some part of BWIP and APO will be replaced with IBP, and BPC and some part of BWIP will be replaced with SAC. Okay, SAC is an account-based planning. Okay, EPM solution, what we call IBP is non-account-based plan. I'll clearly cover what is difference between account planning and non-account plan when I go to the planning system. So when it comes to the planning framework, so these all products will be replaced with these two products. Right? Any questions, anyone so far? Now you're getting some clarity, right? Like how we implement SAC in different scenarios. What type of connectivity is used?
SAC planning. We only do account-based planning. I mean, in SAC or how it's
Yes, it's account-based planning, Giri.
okay.
It's basically majorly financial planning and analysis. It's an FPA. See, when it comes to planning, it's financial planning is almost like 60% of your organization planning. I'll discuss why. Okay, for a lot of people, planning means financial planning only. Okay, A lot of organizations planning, if I say planning, it's a financial plan. I'll tell you why financial planning is the heart of your planning, entire planning. If you see from BI perspective, finance is one component, but if you see from planning perspective, it is different. Okay. Even PPC is an EPM, right? Account-based planning majorly.
So, Satya, I mean, using this SAC, is it possible to perform all type of planning scenarios like CapEx, OpEx, HR planning, sales, everything?
Right,
I mean,
right,
apart from
everything.
financial,
The CapEx,
everything.
OpEx planning falls into financial planning only, right? They are not separated.
Yes,
CapEx
yes,
planning is
yes, yes.
financial planning only, OpEx planning is financial planning. HR planning is also account-based planning only. Okay, even HR is
Uh,
account planning only. Sales planning is also one. Sales planning can be done in both IBP and SAC. Okay, even because in finance itself, we have a gross sales as an account, right? Your top
hmm,
line of
yeah.
finance is always sales, right? So I always start from when we go for top-down planning, we start from sales planning. That's the first step. So I'll discuss like why even sales planning is also considered as an FPA in one way. Right? Um, so financial planning is a huge topic, guys. Like it almost covers 60-70% of your planning is financial planning only. Okay. And for few organizations, for suppose there is an organization which don't manufacture the things, they don't really do supply chain planning. They don't really do IBP. Okay. The IBP is used only in the companies. There is some manufacturing and supply chain is in place, vendors are in place, etc. Okay. I take a simple example of some IT company. IT company don't need IBP for supply chain planning. They need only SAC to do all their financial planning. Okay. So SAC is like financial planning is something happens in any organization. There is no organization which doesn't do a financial planning. But few organizations where there is no product management in place, okay, there is no vendors or there is no supply chain in place, they really don't do IBP supply chain planning. Collect some 20-30% of organizations don't have supply chain plan, but you see financial planning in all 100% organizations. All right. So that is about your frameworks that's changed with SAC, guys. I'm focusing more on the connectivity, how it gets connected in with the different applications. So for us, both are equally important, live and import. And we see more import connections in the planning and predictive analytics space. And we see a lot of live connections in the business intelligence space, okay, with your warehouses. Now, I'll move on to SAC components. I already covered this. Analytics. Okay, so these all systems will be connected with SAP Analytics Cloud. You know this. So now let's go on to subcomponents of SAP Analytics Cloud. Okay, so what we have in BI now, what we have in planning, and what we have in predictive analytics. Guys, just give me a minute, please. I'll be back in a minute and I'll start covering these components of SAC. 1 minute, I'll be back. All right. So now let's move on to the components we have in SAP Analytics Cloud. Guys, I'll quickly run through the components. So what we have in business intelligence, planning, and predictive analytics. So in business intelligence, here you see, I'll go with this better. So we connect with different systems, either via live or import connections. Uh, so guys, we connect with uh, business intelligence either via live or import connections. So if it is a live connection, we create a live model. If it is an import connection, we'll create an import model. Two things. Okay, here you see when your connection is live. When you go for data modeling, if you go for the data modeling, so this model is for import connection. If you're importing data from any system, we use this model. If you're connecting live with any system, we use this model. Very simple. If I just go click on live model, here you choose what's your system. Okay, choose your connection. Okay, so then here you see in the data source, you see all the calculation views. If you choose your system as BW, use your connection, you see all your, okay, that's okay. These are not my connections. To choose your connection, you see all your BEX queries in the data source, pick your required BEX query. Okay, that's very simple, guys. You need to pick your required BEX query, pick your required calculation, or pick your required CDS view. That's it. Okay, so all are same. We build a live model. So in case of live models, we don't do any data transformation. Just get that object, create a model. That's it. You don't have any options. We don't really have any options in the live modeling. When it comes to an import connection, okay, when it comes to an acquire connection, so we have two types: account-based modeling and new measure multi-measure modeling. Okay, and if you're dealing with finance data, guys, finance don't have measures. Finance never has measures. It has accounts, right? It always has GL accounts. So if you're dealing with finance data, we do account-based modeling. If you're dealing with non-finance data like sales or inventory, we go for a multi-measure model. Simple. I repeat, for finance, because in finance you never have a measure. You always have accounts. Okay. Operating expenses is an account. Market expense is an account. Sales is an account. Okay. Raw material cost is an account. Profit is an account. Everything is an account. So no measure at all. So whereas in sales and inventory, you have net price. These all are measures straight away present as measures. So we see them as a multi-measure modeling in sales, inventory, HR, etc. But in finance, you see majorly account-based modeling. Okay, I'll cover both. So we have, it offers two types of data modeling. Okay, so where you can actually combine the data, do the data blending. So in the import model, you have these options. We have all these options in the import model. Like we can do data blending, combining the data coming from multiple tables or multiple sources. Data wrangling means applying the data transformation, hierarchical creations, maintaining the dimensions, measures, attributes. Row level security means which user should access what kind of data. Means for suppose you are a user from India, if he opens a dashboard, he should access only the data pertaining to his country. Okay. If he's user from United States, he should not be seeing other countries' data in an organization, right? So that kind of security. The mass data management through public dimensions. Currency conversions, like if your company is posting values in multiple currencies, you want to get the overall values, you need to convert your into single currency right into your parent currency translations, calculated dimensions and measures. So these all things happens in your import model. These are the options you see in your import data modeling. But whereas in live modeling, you never see any of the option because these things can be created in your backend system, right? Okay, so these all options will be done in your backend systems like BW HANA because we are consuming an existing data model, right? These all things by default can be done in your backend systems. So that's the reason in live model, there is no data transformations, no data wrangling, no data blending, no hierarchy creation, nothing. Just consume the model which already have all these features, okay? and use it for our reporting. Whereas in import model, as we connect to the table and get the data from the table, you need to build a data model. Okay, so we build the data models using all these options. I'll cover everything in detail.
Satya, import model is nothing but acquire connection, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, so if you're using acquire connection, so the model is import model. You see, the connection for the import model is acquire connection.
Oh.
So these are the models I'm going to create, guys, as part of my training session. I'll be creating an employee travel expense model by taking data from Concur. I'll create an employee salary, HR employee salary model for augmented analytics, a retail store sales model to do all my script-based reporting. So, and I'll connect in live with HANA system where I'll be covering an inventory model. So this will be live model. Remaining all will be imports, whereas this will be a live model. I'll change. So these are the models which you're going to see as part of my training program. Okay. So then once your models are ready, whether it's live model or import model, reporting is common in SAC. SAC is basically predominantly reporting solution, right? So we'll build reports, guys. In reporting, we have a lot of options, 70 plus options. I cannot write everything. I written few. You can create tables, charts, geomaps. Okay, input controls, calculations, hyperlinking means jump from one report to the other. You have an explorer option where user can do self-service within a global story. I'll speak about all these things. I'll focus heavily on the reporting where I show each and every option in the reporting. Okay, a lot of options. So here you see, I use my employee travel model to build my employee travel portfolios, employee travel analysis reports. I'll use the inventory model to build inventory reports, and I'll use my retail store sales model to build my retail sales dashboards. This will be a scripted story. This one, I'll do scripting. Okay, so then apart from regular data modeling and reporting in BI, okay, so we have augmented analytics also, guys. Like in augmented, and as I clearly mentioned, augmented analytics is something powered by machine learning. Okay, it is ML integrated. So the way these algorithms will work on the data and gives you all these things. So out of which the major option I have is Smart Discovery in augmented analytics. Smart Discovery is a data discovery solution powered by machine learning. Guys, wherever you see the word smart, wherever you see the word smart in SAC, that means it is powered by ML. Simple. Hmm? Um, so, uh, so it runs a data discovery powered by machine learning. So guys, I'll give a simple example. So you got a sales data and you want to discover more about your sales revenue. So what factors influencing your sales revenue? Uh, so what exactly happening in your revenue, trend of your revenue, which factors making your revenue go up or go down. So if you want to see all the detailed uh, uh, insights on that value with the okay, which are not seen to the naked eye. In that case, you can run smart discovery on that sales revenue. It gives you all the details like the trend of your data, your patterns in your data. Okay, and then what factors heavily influencing your revenue, where your values are going wrong. Okay, and also it will simulate your revenue also. I'll clearly show it up. So as I clearly mentioned, guys, augmented analytics is called as diagnostic analytics. Okay, reporting is called as descriptive analytics. Means like it just gives you an insights what's happening in your business. Okay, what's happening in your uh, area, functional area, reporting. Whereas diagnostic analytics gives you the reasons why it is happening. Okay, so if your revenue is going up or going down, you can see through reporting. So why it is going down? If you want to know the reasons, do the data diagnosis. We can do the data diagnosis using data discovery, and that is powered by machine learning here. So I'll show you how data diagnosis is done in augmented analytics. And then Smart Insights is simple option. I'll speak about it later. Then we got an option of searched insight here, guys, which is a data dictionary, guys. SAC maintains a data dictionary where user can come and search in natural language like English, like show me the top five products based on sales. So it gives you a beautiful chat out of which it maintains a data dictionary, uses the data dictionary, search the data in the models, and build your beautiful visualizations at the runtime. I'm going to show you all these options, how it works. But these options, right, like searched insights, smart discovery, they are majorly useful to the business users, not useful to the SAC consultant. We have got nothing to do with this augmented analytics options, guys. Just understand them. That's it. We don't really use it in day-to-day life because this data diagnosis is helpful for the business analyst or strategy makers who are our end users, right? It will be useful for our end users like your analysts, business analysts, or your strategy making team. So those people run all these kind of data diagnosis. Okay. Search insight also is useful for the business users who do the self-service reporting. Okay, where they can simply search, they'll get a answer in form of visualization. They can copy and paste it into their self-service chat. So these all majorly augmented analytics is majorly used by your SAC user community. So I'll speak about the remaining aspects also in detail. So then SAP Analytics Cloud has got its inbuilt R server. It has got an inbuilt R server. So using which you can run some R visualizations, guys. Means you can write a R script in the story and build visualizations using R script. Means you can build your chats using R script. But I'm very honestly saying this, I never used a R visualization in my entire career of SAC. Okay, never ever. I think I came across R visualization only once in my career. We really don't need it. The R visualization is there in almost all products, guys. Almost all products like HANA, SAC, even Power BI. Wherever you go, R integration is there, but part is usage. Okay. R is majorly a statistical language. It's majorly a statistical language containing lot of mathematical functions like quadratic equations, like your logarithmic functions. It's more on mathematical statistical part, which really not needed from reporting and analytics standpoint. Yeah, but we have an inbuilt R server. If you have something which cannot be done, you can do it through R visualization. So guys, we generally use JavaScript. We don't really make go for R at all. So these are the few things you see in BI, business intelligence component. Just 25. So this will be covered in the first 25 hours. We'll be covering all these aspects. Okay. So then we go into planning. Okay, guys, in planning again, we connect with live systems. By the way, live or import, it's majorly import connection only with your majorly your source is S4HANA system here. Okay. So we connect with import in planning and build a planning model. See guys, the data models you build in business intelligence are analytic models. Okay. So where you have only one version of data, that is actual version. But whereas in planning models, you will have multiple versions of data present, like you have like actual versions, forecast versions, budget versions, planning versions, rolling forecast versions. Like you can maintain different versions of data, means different versions of truth. Okay. So the data modeling in planning, we call them as planning models. So again, in planning, you see majorly in import connections, guys, acquire connection and import modeling. And especially when you do financial planning, right? It's all about account-based modeling. So we majorly do all account-based modeling here in as part of FPA, okay? Because financial planning is all about accounting, right? Finance is all about accounting, so it's all about account-based modeling. So here we have all options like same like data blending, data wrangling, hierarchical creation, measures attributes, row level security, mass data management, currency conversions. Apart from these things, you can do some concepts like data locking. Okay, data locking in the sense like guys, we actually lock the data because see in planning the data is editable. Okay, data can be edited in the planning, right? Especially in the forecast versions, budget versions, right? But we really don't want all the users to come and edit their information, right? Only specific planners should edit the values, not the consumers. The end consumer should not edit the data. Because see, in planning, guys, I'll tell you, we have three teams involved. In business intelligence, we have two teams, SAC consultant and the end user who use our dashboards, like consumers of our data. Okay. Whereas in planning, we have SAC team, we have planning team, and we have consumer team. So once the plan is ready, okay, once you, for suppose you have your store plan is ready, who will consume? All the store managers will consume that plan day, right? And they start working based on the plan. Similarly, so we have three teams involved. So SAC, planning team, and consumer team. The consumer should not edit your values. Even SAC team should not edit the values. This is technical team, right? Only planners, that too only specific planners should edit the data. So we do some kind of data locking there. And also planner also should not go and edit the historical informations, right? We actually lock some financial periods. So we do all data locking here in planning modeling. We do version management. Okay. So as I clearly mentioned, right, we got multiple versions of truth in planning. So I'll clearly speak about them. So we do version management. We'll run some lookups to extract data, means take data from one account and on some specific filter conditions, we write the data into another accounts. So we do all this as part of planning modeling. Okay, so as part of my sessions, guys, you get financial P&L plan model. Okay, I'll be doing financial profit and loss planning, guys, completely P&L planning. Okay, so where I do all kind of sales planning, production planning, OPEX planning, operating expense planning, and also along with P&L planning, I'll do CapEx planning also. Okay, and then we will be doing a resource planning in from HR standpoint. We'll be doing a headcount plan. So these are the two planning models that will be built as part of our training program. So we have planning reporting, guys, in the plan. So then once a plan model is ready, so the planner will never access a model, will never directly access a model. So the planner always work at this reporting layer. So we do all planning reporting where you have all the options like charts, tables, input controls, everything. But here we do a lot of tables, guys. In BI, in business intelligence, you see a lot of visualizations like beautiful charts. Okay, but whereas in planning, we actually do reporting mainly through tables, tabular format, because user need to do all the data distributions, right? We'll create visualizations also. Once the plan is completed, you need to show it to the consumer in a beautiful format, then we'll build some charts on top of that. But especially when we are doing the planning reporting, the planners are consuming the data, they actually try to do it in the tabular formats only. So we'll do reporting through tables majorly in planning. Okay, so here you can do all kind of data distributions, means the planner can come change the values. He can do top down distribution, bottom up distributions. Okay, I'll speak about it, what's a top down planning, bottom up planning, etc. Okay, and we can do some kind of a predictive forecasting, predictive planning, guys, especially not forecast is part of a story. I'm sorry. I'll write it. So we have data distribution. We do version management. We create two versions, private versions in the planning reporting, etc. And then so identify the forecasting accuracy, like, okay, what's your actual you want to do for actual versus forecast, actual versus budget. These comparisons we can do in the reporting. Rolling forecasts. Okay, means rolling forecast gives you guys generally an organization, what does it do, means it needs the 12 months of forecast, forward forecast at any given point of time. So what happens whenever you get the new actual data, it will forecast. For suppose now you have in month of March, we got the data, actual data till February 2024. So we'll have forecast till February 2025. Once the March data, we load the March data into the system. So the rolling forecast will automatically generate one extra month forecast, so that you'll always have okay, uh, 12 months forecast at any given point of time. So we have these rolling forecasts, everything done through the planning report. A lot of options, guys. I'll gonna clearly cover, like I have a specific path to cover all these aspects. Okay, so as part of this, you'll see all these reports like planning, P&L reporting, so resource planning, advanced planning dashboards. Okay, so apart from regular planning modeling, we got some advanced planning options like in form of allocations, which is used for budgeting. Okay, guys, generally in top-down planning, for suppose, um, so the idea is to for marketing expenses, we have a marketing expenses. So the company decided to spend around 10 million on marketing expenses for the next financial. Out of 10 million, how much should be allocated to different products? Okay, you got 5 products. We don't do equal distribution, right? How much should be allocated to different products? How much should be allocated to different products in different regions? Okay, when you are going down layers, right? So we'll make use of this allocation based on the last year sales. For suppose got 5 products A, B, C, D, E. A sales are almost 10 million, B sales are only 2 million. So you cannot use same marketing for both products, right? So we'll make use of some drivers, some previous year sales and do all allocations. So generally the top level management or the planner will set your top levels always, overall plan or overall budget, and that has to be distributed or allocated to all underlying layers. Okay, to the products, to the cost centers, to the what we say to the regions. So these kind of things happens through allocation. Okay, so then we got value driver tree. Okay, where you this is like what if planning, guys. We call it as what if analysis. Apart from a regular thing, we got what if analysis. Like, so you just want to know, guys. Okay, you just want to differentiate between see what will be my sales if I'm growing at 5%, and what will be my sales if I grow at 10%. What if? Okay, if this is the case, so this will be my value. If this is the case, value. So I want to know, is it ideal to purchase a product or build a product? So what's the cost associated? So this is what we call it as what if analysis, what if planning, and this is done through drivers, value driver tree. Then we got data action. Okay, guys, you need some object to automate all your planning actions, right? So we have data actions for this. So where you can automate all your planning options, like allocation, you want to automate your allocation to run it on a daily basis. So we create a data action for that. Okay, you want to copy the data on some daily basis, you create a data action. Even you have some in the data action, we have an advanced formula script where you can do some scripting also. Like you want to run a script, means there is some complex planning scenario and you need to do a script for this. You can do it in data action, and the scripting is done through JavaScript. Guys, in SAC, wherever you use the word called scripting, that is JavaScript. So this is the only object in the planning where you do JavaScripting. Only 2 objects we can do script. One is data action, another is application. Then you got multi actions combining multiple data actions, and we put all of them in a planning calendar, guys, generally. So I want this data action to run without any planner intervention. Like I want this to be running daily on a 7 a.m. Okay, so you can put them as part of a planning calendar. You want some data loads to be running on a daily basis, put them as part of a planning calendar. Right, so we have some advanced planning options in form of data actions, multi actions, advanced formulas, and then we got predictive planning also, guys. So where we make use of AI and ML to forecast your future values. Okay, here we make use of predictive scenarios only. We'll again make use of a predictive scenario for this option in the planning. Right, so this is about what we're going to cover as part of planning, guys. So you'll understand. I'll be very much detailed during this session. Yeah. So it's like first 25 hours I'll be on BI, the last 25 hours I'll be on planning. So one advantage with planning is as I'm already covered with connections, data modeling and reporting, right? That's the reason it can be covered in 25 hours. Otherwise, if I remove these options, it will go long, it will go very big. So as a first cover business intelligence, where I cover the connection. So which the connection I'm going to use is already covered. So I don't need to cover it once again in planning. Reporting and data modeling, few options you already know. So I don't need to cover it again, right? So that's the reason this modeling and reporting can be, as they are covered in BI itself, your planning will go quick. Otherwise, this is the biggest component of SAC. So then we go for predictive analytics, guys. This is powered by machine learning. It is we got around 6 hours on predictive analytics, but this comes as a pre-recorded. I don't cover it during the session because I'm already going Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, Satya.
Yes,
Sorry,
Satya, now
I
we
got
are.
some audio glitch here. So predictive analytics is like a pre-recorded stuff because predictive analytics is something. It's like a very new age concepts, guys. But as of now, organizations are not using it very heavily. And my training, it's all I'm already going beyond 60 hours, and I really don't want to cover few topics which are uh, not used. So what I did was predictive analytics. I have a use case. Even for predictive analytics, also I got use cases. So I implemented predictive analytics as a pre-record. It means like for like was like I recorded them 8 months or 9 months back only. They are also recent only. Okay, so you'll get them as a pre-recorded sessions. You really I don't really cover them as part of the training, please. So you can do it at your own time. 6 hours. So where you connect. So we'll execute all the three types of predictive scenarios: classification, regression, and time series. And these are like some things I cover. I cover employee flight risk for classification, sales revenue by store for regression, and operating expense forecast for time series. So again, not to worry, time series forecast is again used in the predictive planning. So in one way, I'm covering time series forecast for you. I'll cover it in the planning sessions. So then once your predictive analytics are done, so we go for optimized story. Optimized story is also, we call it as scripting. So where we do all script-based reporting. Okay. So where I make all the options, I'll write custom, I'll make pop-ups, drop-down switches, but here. So I'll use this financial profit and loss plan model to build P&L analytic application with script, and I'll make use of this retail store sales model, right? Okay, created here to build a retail sales analytic application, which is scripted complete. And then you have administration, security, lifecycle management, like how we transport the objects, how we share the objects with the users, what is analytics portal and everything. So these are like some components which I'm going to cover as part of your training complete. So guys, first I start with BI. So from tomorrow, it's all on the system. I'll be completely on the system. Okay, I'm not gonna do any PPTs. I really hate driving through PPTs. I'm a guy with more on the system. Always try to do it on the system. So our hands-on starts tomorrow. I'll start with BI component first. Okay, and I'll be starting with reporting. I have very bad experience, guys, starting with connections on the day one. A very bad experience. So first you should understand. And one more thing is, if I start with, I cannot use all the options in reporting first. First, I want you to be familiar with all reporting options, because SAC is a reporting system. Basically, it's a predominantly reporting system, right? You do data modeling in import connection, but in live connection, you don't do any data modeling, right? But in any connection, you see reporting is common. So SAC is predominantly reporting system with a lot of reporting options. And second point is, in one use case, if I start with a business case or something, I cannot make use of all the reporting options. We cannot use all options in a one particular case. So what I'll do is, first 5 to 6 sessions, I'll drive you through all the reporting options. Very clearly, I'll drive you through all the reporting options using some existing data models. Okay. So once you're familiar with all the reporting options, then I'll start making connections and start doing all the data modeling. Okay. So I'm not gonna straight away start with a use case on the day one itself. I had very bad experience doing that. So I'll first make you go with the system. So first 5 to 6 sessions, I'll show you all the reporting options, and then we'll jump on to we will start with travel expenses data after that. Okay. So we'll start with reporting from tomorrow, right? So I stop here. Thank you all. Have a great day. Thank you so much.